guys, welcome back to Sir TV. I'm not your usual host of the Moso. Guys, last week I was talking about, if you just check out the posts that I made last week about the death file or the death binder. Basically, this is an in case you die file, and you will have basically information in there that your family can go to, or your spouse or whoever that you prefer to see that stuff or have access to that stuff. They can just have an easier process of winding up your estate, and they know where everything is. It just makes life easier instead of them having to wonder whether you had life insurance, where was the life insurance, funeral policy, where is it, so it makes life easier for the ones that are left behind, that were dependent on you as well, or any beneficiaries that you'd like to benefit from your life insurance, or any policy that you might have. So let us talk about this in case you die file. What should be in this file, and why should we have this file? Why are you talking about this file, Doctor? Why are you talking about death, Doctor? And it's because I'm doing this because the very first thing that we need to understand, guys, is that we're living in very unpredictable, very sad times right now. It seems like a lot of us are dying, lives are being lost, and I don't even think we have time to prepare. And another reason why I'm also talking about this is that, I remember when I had COVID, my husband and I had COVID a few weeks ago, and one of the concerns that I had was, do we have everything in place for our children, and who is going to take care of our children? What is going to take care of our children in case anything happens to us? I remember those were one of my worries. Are the life insurance policies up to date? Is the money enough? All that stuff. So I'm doing this as well. Let's prepare for this kind of stuff, guys, so that at least if anything, we have that peace of mind. All right, so let's prepare for it. Let's get into it. So what should be in this death file, or in case you die file? Very first thing that I would advise, have your life insurance policies in there, or policy if you have it. All right, if you do not have any life insurance and you have dependents on you, I would advise that you actually do shop around for life insurance policies that you should actually possibly, that you can afford, and also how much depending on, or obviously how many dependents you have and how much you would like to leave behind for them. So this is the time for you to start shopping around for that and actually get on it. All right, now if you have that life insurance policies, this is what you need to look at before you put it in the file. Remove it wherever it is, wherever it's collecting dust, remove it, clean the dust off it, and have a look at it. First, check who the beneficiaries are on that life insurance. Maybe the time that you got this life insurance policy, you did not have children, or maybe you were not married at the time, so you might need to edit the beneficiaries. Secondly, is the amount that I wanted to leave behind, is it enough for the beneficiaries that I'm leaving behind? Basically looking at how old, how do you calculate that is it enough? It's obviously calculating your cost of living now and the lifestyle that your family has now, your beneficiaries have now. Would the amount that you have actually left be able to maintain that lifestyle? And obviously looking at the age of your children as well. How young are they, and how long will they be dependents, and how long will they need their school fees or their upkeep needs to be maintained for? That's very, very important when you are looking at life insurance benefits and how much you should leave behind for your dependents. Obviously also looking at your spouse, her or his upkeep as well, in terms of how much would they need to continue upkeeping themselves as well as the children once you pass on. So that is very important to look at. And another thing that you need to check, very, very critical, are your payments up to date? You find out maybe you missed some debit orders or whatever, what that might be. Just check if the payments are up to date. Just check with your insurer, check if everything is up to date and everything is in place. All right, so if the amounts are you feel they're not enough, for them to be maintain your family's lifestyle, or for the number of beneficiaries that you actually have, that you can actually also visit your insurer or your agent, whoever that was helping you, to increase the benefits of that insurance, life insurance for them. Find out how much the premiums would be when you need to increase the beneficiary amount, right? So that's what you need to find out. Those are the things that you need to look into. Very, very, very critical that you look into those things. Now, another one that is very popular, I know, here in Botswana, is that we attach our life insurances to the mortgages. This is our houses that we have bought. There's nothing wrong with that. What is important, however, is to actually find out if you have excess cash for the kids, for your benefits, for your wife or your husband to actually be covered. Not only cover the house. What's the point of having the house covered and they don't have any money to maintain them, right? So that's what you need to also check, whether you need to increase that cover or you need to get another life insurance basically for them to be covered. Like we said, don't forget to update the beneficiaries as well, to make sure that it's all of them in there and how much who should get. All right, once you are done with that and updated all that, file it, put it in their life binder, put it inside the Incase You Die file. The next thing that should be in there is your funeral policy or policies. As well with the funeral policies, check if all the payments are done. Check with the insurer, your agent or your broker. Are your payments up to date? Do you think the benefits are going to be enough to cover your funeral, as well as other costs that will be involved? All right, that's another thing that you need to, and make sure that you also update who is coming to claim this funeral policy or cover. All right, so once you've done that, put it in the file as well, those policies or policy in the file. Another thing that you should check are your bank accounts. Where are your bank accounts sitting? You can even just write a note. This one is, there's a bank account sitting there, there's an investment account, bank investment account or savings account sitting at this bank, so that it just makes it easier. And then what? You file. Another thing that you should also put in the binder file or the death file or the Incase You Die file, your investment accounts. Maybe you have some offshore investment accounts, also local investment accounts. If there are any agreements that you have with these investors who will invest for you, investment firms that will invest for you, put them in there so that they know where to go, whoever will be having access to that. Well, another thing that's important to also include there is a list of properties that are there, the ones that are bonded, if there is bonded with the agreement, the loan agreement with the bank, put it in there as well, but also explain that this one is still bonded and this is how much is left on it, etc., so that they know where to go when you die, that unfortunate event happens, right? And also properties that you might have elsewhere. You might have a plot there in High. Do you have that? Put it in there. Any certificates or any title deeds, please put them in there so that they are aware of where what is. And then your birth certificate as well, try and have it in there as well. What else you should have in there that will, it's up to you, is your will. This is very important for you to have this will. We have episodes that we have actually recorded when we had a guest. When we talked about the importance of having a will, please, if you do not have an attorney for you to write a will, just Google how to write a will. There's even samples online. Write a will and get that will filed. Even at the High Court, you can also have it inside the file. Make sure you sign it as well. Basically, you're just writing how you want your estate to be distributed, who should own what property and what should be done with it. That's what you own, the investment accounts, what should happen to them, who should be the beneficiaries of that. Once you've put all that important information in that file, put it in a safe place, secure place that not everybody has easy access to. And once you've done that, tell your spouse, tell your older sister or your first born child who is responsible and older, somebody just that you trust, that guys, in case I die, this is where to find this. Just get that file and just check where everything is. All right, this will just make life easier for the ones that are left behind in case you die, to know where what is, and you can also have peace of mind when you, wherever that you are, in a state that you would be in, you know that okay, at least this is sorted and my family would be covered. All right, I hope you found this helpful. I hope, let's get ourselves organized, let's get ourselves in order, let's protect ourselves, and let's protect our estates, let's protect our families. All right, I hope this was helpful for you, and wish you the best in everything we do. Take care and keep safe. Take care of your finances as well. All right then, bye for now.